All right, we got some good stuff to talk about over here. I'm joined with Yvette Faulkner from Nature's Own. And of course, I'm sure that you've seen this in your grocery stores, in the bread aisle, of course. Nature's Own, I think the best-selling bread in the nation.
America's #1 soft variety bread and a Georgia staple. We're headquartered in Thomasville.
Yeah, headquartered not too far down the road. And all right, this morning we're talking about not only the bread itself, but things you can do, things you can create, some real creative stuff here that you can do with the leftovers from Thanksgiving and the like, and of course upcoming on Christmas too. So walk us through the first one here.
So we consume 700 million pounds of turkey on just Thanksgiving. So there's a ton of turkey during the holidays. So once you've eaten all of that and you have the leftovers, what to do with them. So this morning we're going to make the pinwheels. We're going to start with that. And this is a great appetizer. It's fun to have the kids kind of help you out with this. And we start by, of course, taking the crusts off. And then I like to make a little cross here with the cream cheese, just to make sure we've got a nice little layer on there. Then we can throw a few tomatoes so they can stick right there. And then we're gonna grab a couple strips of the turkey. So you can have this chopped up and ready to go. And then a few green onions for color.
All right.
And then we kind of top it off with a spinach leaf, and then you roll it up. So you just mold it right in there with the cream cheese. And then I like to take a little toothpick to kind of hold everything together, and then you can just cut it up into the little pinwheels.
Okay.
And so right here we've got the finished product, which you can see has all of the little ingredients, and it's really fun for kids to do this. You can make this with either the white wheat or the whole wheat, and white wheat is a really good way to hide wheat for kids.
Right.
So if they're not at an age where they're, into the whole wheat, but you want to give them those nutrients, white wheat is perfect because it's got it in there, but they don't know it. And then for the adults, the 100% whole wheat, which is one of my favorite breads. So you can kind of add some color and then do each of those and serve it, at a party as an appetizer or for lunch when you have kids over as a snack.
Okay, well, great things to do with these leftovers. I see some cheese over here. I see, oh boy, I see some barbecue sauce here in the turkey here. That's what you've evidently done here. Let's see. All right, well, we got the 100% whole wheat, and we've got the
white
healthy
wheat.
White, okay.
And we've got honey wheat, and then of course the 100% buns, which is what our turkey barbecue sandwich goes into. And this is great. It's leftover second day turkey, and you can actually use some of the dark meat, which a lot of people don't know what to do with.
Right.
So this is a great way to add a little bit of kick. We make the barbecue sauce with a little bit of cinnamon, apple preserves, and then I like to add some of that leftover cranberry sauce.
Why not?
Just adds a little kick to it.
Okay, we'll talk more with you, Yvette, in just a few minutes. Now, Kelly, back over to you. All right, welcome back to Good Day. Again, talking with Yvette Faulkner from Nature's Own, and we're trying to see how we can make good use out of these Thanksgiving Day leftovers. And we already did kind of, what was those, the turkey rolls?
These are the turkey pinwheels.
Pinwheels, that's right. Okay, now we got
so now let's talk barbecue,
Okay,
right?
let's do it.
Who doesn't love barbecue in Georgia?
Now you're talking my language.
Absolutely. So we wanted to kind of showcase a recipe that has a different flavor, still incorporating the turkey and a little bit of cranberry, but if you're kind of turkeyed out with the Thanksgiving feast and all the holiday meals, this is a great way to add some kick and some flavor and something a little different into that lunch or dinner with your leftovers. So we're starting with the turkey, and this recipe, what I love, it's the second day turkey barbecue sandwich, and you can use dark meat. And a lot of times people don't know if you don't like the dark meat, or you just have some leftover, you don't know what to do with it. It's a great way to use that dark meat. You can use the white meat, you can do a mix, whatever works. So if you're taking that dark meat, really the key is all about the barbecue sauce. And the recipe shows you how to make your own barbecue sauce, which is great. So if you want to be adventurous in the kitchen and get in there and make your own sauce, it has cinnamon, onions, a little bit of apple preserves, and then I like to throw in a little bit of that leftover cranberry. It adds a little bit of a kick and a punch to the sauce. Now, if you're not a kitchen aficionado and you just want to make a good barbecue sandwich and you don't necessarily want to do the sauce, you can buy your favorite barbecue sauce, add some cranberry, and then you just mix it in with the turkey. So you just kind of create a great base. And then we're using the 100% whole wheat Nature's Own buns. So that's really kind of the starting point. And then we like to add some green to the sandwich. So we're going to grab some lettuce, and we can just lay that on the bottom for color. And then you can pick your favorite cheese. I really like the Colby Jack with the sandwich. It just gives it kind of a little bit more kick and flavor. And then you can just take the turkey and add as much as you like. I like to add more than less. And then you can
the sauce
toast
as well, depending upon your
Yeah, and
taste.
then of course, if you wanted to add a little bit more sauce, if you want to use some of that cranberry, you know, just to kind of add everything together, and then you can toast the buns, or you can eat the buns as is, and then you've got a beautiful barbecue sandwich. And it's really easy, just kind of simple, and a great way to add a different flavor, but also still using those fall flavors as well.
Okay, well, we're making good use of this turkey so far. We're going to do more with you here in the coming minute. What do you have here? That looks tasty.
This is our honey wheat turkey brie and apple sandwich.
Okay.
So this is one of my favorites. This is really good for lunch or a light dinner if you're really still stuffed after all this eating that we've been doing and all the eating that's left, you know, in December. So we start with the honey wheat bread, and this is one of our best sellers and personally my favorite. It's just delicious. You've got that hint of honey and you've got the wheat. So we start with, of course, adding some green as usual. We love that. Got to have your veggies. So we're going to do some lettuce, and then we will add turkey. And this, you just can take the leftover turkey from the fridge. You don't have to add anything else to it. We're just going to layer it in there. And then this is one of my favorite parts are the apples. And this really adds the crunch to this sandwich.
Kelly would like that. She loves apples.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. And I like to do
I
actually.
like apples too, but not as much as Kelly.
I like doing the red and the green for color and crunch and taste. And then, of course, the best part, you've got to have some cheese. And this is brie. So, of course, if you're not into this kind of cheese, you can substitute. But this really, the brie has that creaminess to it, and it's just delicious. And so you layer everything on, and then you can top it with your other side of honey wheat. And there you go. And
Looks
that's an
tasty.
easy sandwich. You can have the kids help you out in the kitchen. You can take it, you know, for lunch at work or a nice lunch.
Is there any place where folks can find these recipes that you have?
Absolutely. So our website, natureZoneBread.com, has a whole recipe section. And the best part of it, you can select by occasion, by type of recipe, whether you're looking at breakfast, lunch, dinner, appetizers, desserts. So all kinds of goodies, all made with Nature's Own products.
Okay. Well, head to their website, and of course you can, you know, if you're sitting there trying to write it down real quick while we're doing it here on air, you could go to Nature's Own website and get a recipe for your turkey leftovers. All right. Well, thank you very much, and we'll talk more with you again in the next hour. All right, welcome back to Good Day. Back with Yvette Faulkner from Nature's Own. And there you see some of the fine bread there that we've been using so far this morning to talk about and what we can do with these turkey leftovers that everybody seems to have this time of year. Of course, a good problem to have, I guess. You know, you can never have too much turkey laying around. And, of course, never have too much bread either. You guys have brought a bunch of bread in here this morning. All right, let's go back over the ones that we have done so far. There's 3 of them.
Absolutely.
I do believe, yeah, at least 3.
So we started with the turkey pinwheels, and this is a fun recipe. You can do this as an appetizer. You can pair it with some fruit and baked chips for lunch. So lots of different options. A great recipe to bring the kids into the kitchen. And all you have to do is take your bread, take the crust off. We did this with the 100% whole wheat as well as the white wheat. And the white wheat is really great for kids who aren't into the wheat yet. It's hidden
what they don't know won't hurt.
Right.
Exactly.
So they have no idea that they're getting all those great nutrients with their white wheat bread. And this, you just take a little bit of cream cheese. We layer on some tomatoes, a little bit of sliced turkey, green onions, and then you top it off with a spinach leaf, and then you roll it up. And you get these adorable little pinwheels.
I was surprised how simple that is, because a lot of times you see those party trays with stuff very similar.
And this is a great way to do it at home, and you don't have to spend all that money.
And you can just use your leftovers.
Yep, and then we went into barbecue. We're in Georgia. Everybody loves barbecue. And this is a great way to just use that leftover turkey, but add a different flavor if you're overwhelmed with all the green beans and cranberries and all of that. So this is a little bit of barbecue sauce. We add some of the leftover cranberry for added kick and texture. You can make the barbecue sauce. You can buy the barbecue sauce. It depends, you know, how you're feeling in the kitchen, if you're brave or not. And you take the leftover turkey. You can actually use dark meat for this one, which is great. A lot of people don't know what to do with those leftover
and we
dark
use
meat.
the whole wheat buns?
100% whole wheat buns, and then you just layer on some lettuce, the turkey, and we're using the Colby Jack cheese. You can use, you know, any type of cheese, but that just is my favorite for this recipe. And then we wrapped it up with the turkey, apple, and brie sandwich. And this is on my favorite bread, the honey wheat.
Honey wheat.
Yep, and so you just get the leftover turkey, apples, we do green and red, and then the brie for a little bit of that crunch and smoothness with the cheese.
Okay. And that was your favorite?
This is one of my favorite sandwiches,
okay.
yeah, and it's on my favorite bread.
All right.
So it's a winner.
All right, hard pressed to find anything wrong with that. That is for sure. All right, well, we've got the pinwheels, we've got the apple and the turkey there, along with the brie, and we've got the barbecue, along with the Colby Jack. All right, sounds good. And they can go to Nature's Own website, correct?
Nature'sOwnBread.com. We've got these recipes and tons of other recipes, and you can look by meal, occasion, just tons of options to help you figure out what to do and how to use bread in the best way.
All right, well, you can certainly do that. Go over to their website. We'll have more Good Day in your fourth hour right after this. All right, welcome back to Good Day. Of course, all morning long we've been showcasing Nature's Own products, of course, bread products that they do have. And we have Yvette Faulkner here once again. And we've been going through what to do with your leftovers. Now let's kind of showcase the products themselves. Now, as we mentioned in the first go-around, we talked about how it is the best-selling bread, America's #1 bread line in the nation. And what we have here is we have 3 or 4 different kinds of bread here. Tell us a little bit about each one.
Sure. So Nature's Own, we are Nature's Baker, and we're really proud of, creating breads that are packed with flavor and nutrition.
Right.
And Nature's Own, they're really innovators in bread, one of the first companies to introduce sugar-free and a lot of these new varieties. So today we were featuring the 100% whole wheat and the honey wheat, and those are actually 2 of the best-selling varieties from Nature's Own. We also have white wheat, which is a great bread for kids or adults who don't like wheat, because you have all the flavor, all the nutrition and everything that comes with the whole wheat, but it's masked in a white bread. So it's a great trick bread, if you will. And then we also have our buns, and these are the 100% whole wheat buns. We have regular buns, we have whole wheat, hot dog, hamburger, all kinds of different varieties. And then we also have a breakfast line, which has a lot of different options. We launched earlier this year the oatmeal toasters, which are oatmeal squares, and they're packed with flavor. They've got sweet oats and fruit. Yeah, it's got the chunks of cranberry. We have cinnamon raisin that has chunks of raisin in it, and they're great. You can eat them right out of the bag. You can toast them. You can do different spreads. Thin sliced bagels, regular bagels. We have the sandwich rounds, which a lot of the ladies like, because you're kind of cutting back on the calories, and they're a little bit thinner, but you can still make your sandwiches. So we have a ton of different products.
Right. Now, I know I have the honey wheat at home in my house right now, and my son enjoys that. He has that with his sandwich every day at school. 100% whole wheat. Now these, I don't see any artificial colors, nothing
There's
like
no
that.
artificial colors, flavors, preservatives, no high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, that's a big thing these days.
Yep, we don't have any of that. We really want to create breads that are good for you, that have all the nutritional attributes and value, and you're not adding any of that extra stuff into the mix.
Okay. Well, that's what to do with your leftovers. Of course, you can go to the website, which is
Nature'sOwnBread.com. We've got our recipes and our meal planner for families looking for ideas on what to make for dinner.
Okay, and that's kind of cool, because you don't see that many recipes for sandwiches all the time. That's kind of hard to come by. You see recipes for casseroles and the like, but not all the time are you thinking the way somebody else is thinking. And you can go to their website and get these creative ideas on what to do with your leftovers. All in all, a good idea. Yvette, thanks for coming in this morning. And go out and get yourself some Nature's Own. Go to their website and how to plan for your Thanksgiving leftovers. Kelly, Melanie, on over to you.